tonight's meeting of the Armada Village Council. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Want to take roll, Michelle?
Sure. Shaw?
Here.
Clark? Conan?
Here.
Adair? Here. Belkey?
Here.
Barzick? Yes. Slud, or, slides.
Stir this here.
Chris, if you're watching.
Okay. You have the agenda. Can we have a motion?
I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion by Clark, support by Shaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion's approved. Are there any citizen comments?
Not for me.
Okay. We have no presentations tonight. We'll move into administrative reports. Who would like to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
You have the minutes in front of you from our last meeting, October 21st. The sanctuary was approved, the alternative medicine and metaphysical shop, which is going in over where Guy's barber shop used to be. That's where they'll be operating on. The only thing is they have to have approval from the fire marshal before they can open up. And as far as what they do, I don't know.
Nobody's sure.
You know,
Do you know?
But they were really excited about
they were
being
very
approved.
excited, yeah.
Okay, do you know when they'll plan on opening?
They gotta get approved from the fire department.
Yeah,
But,
right, like they
that's the
were
only thing.
university year
I think as soon as
they
they,
get that,
As soon as they get
or. Well, hey, this could be a very interesting store.
you know,
Okay, anything else, Mike?
nope, that's all I got.
Who are, Joe,
I will
go ahead.
do the police. This is a informational packet on the police interceptor vehicle that we got orders for 2 years now. 2020,
The one that he told us he came with,
the one
we didn't put in the budget.
that we
Yeah,
included in the budget. right?
Well, I thought Chief said that they weren't gonna get a vehicle this year and they're gonna wait till next year.
He wasn't going to, but then he got let me read you what he had. What he did say.
Do we have that, or no, or just?
It's in the.
It's part of the.
It's in the
business.
packet? Okay, I wasn't here, so.
Chief wrote, in October of '22, you approved the purchase of a new Ford Explorer hybrid police vehicle to replace the current 2019 Explorer. This was a 23 model year vehicle. The vehicle was never delivered due to supply problems at Ford. Last February, I received an email from Signature Ford that the vehicle was to be produced in the middle of 2025, that model year. Ford was going to honor the original price quote of $46,261 from the original order. The price is from the Macomb County contract bid, and the vehicle comes from Signature Ford in Wausau, Michigan. Last week, I received a phone call from the dealer that the car, the 2025 model year, had been delivered to the dealership and was sitting on the lot. The original purchase approval is expired, and I am requesting a budget amendment to purchase the new vehicle for $46,261. And that's at the old 2023 model price. The current 2019 Explorer has 108,000 miles on it. I spoke with William Campbell, the salesman from Signature Ford, and he advised that Ford had put an additional $3,000 worth of extras on the vehicle at no cost to us. This price does not include the tear down and the installation and re-equipping the vehicle. And upon your approval for the purchase of this vehicle, I will research prices and come back to you with approval for that cost. Thank you for your consideration. So we are getting a 2025 model at the 2022 price we were given for the 2023 model.
Now, if we do this, does this also cover 2025? No new vehicle in 2025?
No. You won't even take delivery of this one until 2025. So you'll have a brand new vehicle in 2025.
Or we're not gonna take the delivery of it till,
By the time you get it
2 months.
delivered
It's a month.
and get it all equipped and all the bells and whistles moved around onto the new vehicle, it'll be 2025. So,
If he knew in February that they were gonna build the car and get it to us in 25, why did he not put it in the budget?
I don't know that he knew that in February.
He says in his thing that he was emailed in February, last February. That was before we did the budget.
thought he said that, did you say he had got a call that he didn't really know, but?
Right, well,
That you know.
and, you know, we take good care of our vehicles. At that point, she was pretty sure that it would be a good move to hang on to the Explorer. It's in good shape, it's been maintained well. But when we got the call on what the price was gonna be for 2025, at the rate he was given in 2022 for a 2023 model, it almost sounded too good to be true. So I think he reconsidered and now is asking to put the budget amendment in to go ahead and purchase that, because, I mean, how often are you gonna come across the price on a 25 at what you were quoted in 22? So, and we should get a decent price for the Explorer, it's in really good shape.
So,
That's not what he keeps saying.
if he is gonna make a motion, or if she, I'm sorry, if you were gonna make a motion, is that gonna be under new business, or is that can she make it under administrative?
No, it's not the
It's
agenda.
on there. It's in the agenda, item F.
Oh, okay, oh, I did say that too.
Yes. I know.
Okay, so we'll come back to that then under item F.
Okay,
Now, do I have anything else, Joe?
no,
Okay,
thank you.
Mike, go ahead.
I'll go. I'm still waiting for Dennis to respond at Eagle about the old storage tanks in the ground. He was out and he was supposed to come back today, so I'm still waiting on that. The F&V packet, Rossa didn't make it into the packet today. It didn't get here until after Becky was gone. There was one call out from my standpoint, otherwise normal activity. And then we had a boiler problem. I did contact Dave about this. There was no heat in the building. So, Dan got, a quote from Watson, I think.
Yeah,
And then another company said they were too busy to even quote it. And then another company tried to find a part and had no luck even finding a part. So I did make an emergency authorization because you gotta have heat in the building. Both boilers were down. So that is proceeding, but Watson hasn't come out yet because I think they're too busy. So Dan's been on them to try and get them to come out. You know, it's winter time. It's hard to get those companies, especially a boiler company.
Aren't they, because the same part's gone on both boilers, isn't it?
Yes.
Aren't we asking something about the warranty on that?
Yes,
The
I'm sorry.
boilers are fairly new.
You are
Yeah.
correct, so they're about 3 years old. I told Dan to check with Watson, and when they do come out, they'll go over that and see if they are still a warranty item. I don't know what the warranty was when they were purchased, I don't know.
I just find it odd that the same part on both boilers
Right,
went.
yes. I would agree with all that,
Yeah,
but what, your
I
hands
know.
are tied at this point, you gotta get heat in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, if the heat's not on, and one of those $1 million computers goes down, you guys are all gonna wish we would've paid, you know, a couple of $1,000. So we are proceeding.
But right now, we're waiting for them to come
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Do you know when they're coming?
They were supposed to have come last Thursday, and then they were supposed to come again today. And when I contacted them around lunchtime, they still hadn't come, so.
What's the price on the quote for Watson?
It was about $700-800 for the two, both boilers in total.
Okay.
I think around, I'm gonna give you a ballpark, about 1,000 of that was the labor. It was around 3,000 some for each boiler for the part.
was that a circulating pump or something, or
I thought it was
a bearing in the
a
pump?
bearing, the bearings in the pump. What the bearings do or where it was in the boiler system, I don't know.
I would think it's not a circulating pump, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I'll keep you updated as it comes in. That's all I had.
Okay. Amy, you got anything?
Yeah,
I just wanted to let everyone know, I'm sure you might know this already, but Dave Wagner brought to my attention that there's 18 manhole covers on South Fulton that need to be repaired. The blacktop around the manhole covers is all cracked and breaking apart. So Dave suggests that we remove the old blacktop and then around the manhole covers and then replace it with concrete because it's stronger. And he's hoping that this will preserve Fulton Street for, many more years.
Is that something we can do?
I
I
think
don't,
we did it before.
I'm not sure because I know that around the manhole covers on, Simons and First Street, they brought in a special machine and they like, they make a nice circle and,
It looks pretty.
it looks pretty and, that it made it look nice and sharp around the edges, and then they put the concrete in there, but, so, I don't know, I mean, he thinks his estimate on getting that done is $40,000.
Oh my goodness.
He thinks it is. Now, in the spring, I can get, we can get a quote and then go from there, because, who knows, I don't know why Dave thinks that that's how much it's gonna
Did you
cost.
say that's on South Fulton, or is that on all of Fulton?
It's on South Fulton,
Wow, that's a 20-year-old road.
yeah, and there's a
Their
picture,
asphalt
here,
doesn't last as long.
Yeah,
Their asphalt doesn't last as long.
here's
There's
just a
concrete.
picture,
Yeah.
some of
Oh,
them,
wow.
yeah. So,
There's one coming into town, I always go to the right to
so
avoid
do
it.
I think all the Armenians.
You know when they're not in our median, cause they go
Yeah,
right through it.
exactly.
There's one over, what, by the funeral home there? It's like the one in the road.
So in the spring, I'm gonna make a note and maybe, then get some prices, and then if we think we can fit it into the budget, great, if
How
not,
many is there?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Amy,
Well,
you can't wait till spring, you need to
Yeah, you
get a
gotta
quote.
fit
Well, I
it
was
in
thinking
there.
February.
Cause we need,
No,
it needs to be in your budget, we have to
Okay.
start,
Yeah.
we have to have that finalized by the end of March.
Okay,
So,
what would you
get
recommend?
quotes and,
Yeah.
January?
at the latest. Cause
Okay.
I've already met with Mike and I'm gonna start setting appointments with all of you to
Okay.
go over your
Does
budgets.
that mean we need to get our quotes for the crush and shape? Okay.
Yeah.
And then another quickie here, Dave also suggests, and Ann and I have talked about this too, that, the main roads in town be re-crack sealed, just to preserve, what we've done already, and even, eventually to the new subdivision, we'd like to, that's been done before, but, that would be a good idea to do that again, because we have to save those roads, the best we can, so, we can also get a quote, I'll work on getting a quote for that too, just to have an idea of how much all this is gonna cost, because next year we got a lot going on, we wanna get some more streets fixed, so, we gotta kind of pick and choose, but maintaining the roads is very important, you gotta maintain what you got, otherwise it turns into my street. So, thank you.
Okay. Ross, you got anything?
Yes, so Mike had talked about the F&V, I did see Catherine send it in,
Okay.
albeit it was, after the fact. F&V's monthly update, one of the things that you would see in there is that we finished our quarterly arsenic testing. This is just part of our annual testing regimen that we do, so all state required testing is done, and we're done testing for arsenic for the year. Everything is fine by the test results. We've talked a lot about the complete distribution system material inventory, which we posted by the deadline on 16 October. We talked about the need to follow up the CDSMI results with a letter to residents and businesses that are potentially affected. So what the state says is that if you have a service line that is known or presumed to contain lead, a service line that is known or presumed to be galvanized line previously connected to lead, so galvanized by itself is not bad, but if it was connected to lead, it can retain lead particles, or the service line lead status is unknown, then you got to send a letter. So we had approximately 150 residences or businesses that fell into that category. We have done a general posting on our website, so people can go take a look at their address and see if they're one of those 150. It does not mean that you have a lead service line. It just says that we are not sure. Where this gets into a problem is, most of this, again, just to go back over it for a second, these are pipes that are generally under the street, and you have to bore through the street to get there. Hate to say that, some are on Simons and First Street. So we're gonna be cutting a few holes in there, as we go. I will follow up in December with individual letters to the residents and businesses, to further explain what the issue is, because the note on the village website is a general note. I think it gets you there, most people can read it and understand it, but I want to send something to the individual residences, which really is what Eagle says that I have to do. I wasn't going to get it done in a month, that was the issue. So we've got this general acknowledgement online, and we'll follow up in December. I have met with the village engineer to start going over steps, next steps in our lead and galvanized service line replacement plan. Paul is taking one of our updated village water line maps. We're plotting all of the addresses that we suspect there may be an issue. That'll give us a much better idea of how to go forward. Again, it's complicated stuff, and working through the strategy of trying to replace old infrastructure and at the same time doing lead service lines or galvanized lines that have previously been connected to lead is going to be a job for the village. But just so you know, everybody else across the country is going through the same thing. So we're not isolated here. Everybody else is dealing with the same problem. In both of those cases, the letters and the work that Roe is doing for us, these are all TMF funds. So we're going to expend the remainder of those. Don't know that we'll all have it expensed by the end of December. But whatever we have, as it gets close to the end of December, I'll submit for a reimbursement, and we do that on a quarterly basis. So we'll get the money back for that. I do not anticipate tapping into any of the other water funds at this point for doing that work. The remaining $6,000 should cover all of that. Since we're talking about the village engineer for a second, Paul's indicated we should have the draft of the reliability study and the study looking at new well sites in the village by the middle of December for me to take a look at. Michelle, the reason why I was rolling my eyes with your note here about the commissioner duties, which I think it's a great initiative. We need to do that. I put on Mike and Amy's desk here, and I've got a copy, a letter that I don't really know a whole lot about it yet. I just got it on Friday from the Michigan Water Asset Management Council. Before you roll your eyes, this is statutory, so this is all approved by the Michigan legislature. Anyway, they're working with Eagle to survey communities throughout the state. We're just one of the 850 communities that they're surveying. They're looking at water systems, wastewater, and storm sewer systems. And I don't know if you two guys will be required to submit anything, but I was told that I need to fill out a simple, easy 8-page survey. It's not simple or easy, it's quite complicated.
That doesn't sound like it's simple.
Is it mandated, or is it suggested you do
Yeah,
it?
it's mandated.
You can't just say pass it on to somebody else.
No, can't do it. I laugh because that's the kind of stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, and so when you said, oh, I'd like this by the end of January, it's like, well, they want that by the end of January, and I gotta get letters out. That's why, stuff just gets busy. In any case, I don't think we'll have a problem getting through it. They will accept I don't know for some answers. I just want to encourage, council that we probably need to restart this infrastructure committee, because some of the questions that they ask really requires all of us, wastewater, streets, water, all to kind of know which way we're gonna go in the future, because it's asking about how we're gonna pay for it, how many linear feet of bad stuff do we have, what's the criticality if it fails. Mike, I don't know that they're talking about wastewater building boilers, but yeah, I can imagine that's not a good thing. So it gets complicated, and so we all gotta kinda go down this road together, as we answer these questions. And if you guys get similar surveys, that I just have, you're gonna need that information too. So, more to follow, but there goes my Christmas. I was thinking I was gonna sit in my butt and not do anything. Yeah,
I gave you a memo, you could have done that.
well, there's three rounds of this, and we just happen to be round one,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, you're round one. And it started 1 November, and I'm just getting it now, so I've already lost kinda half of a month. Steve brought to my attention a couple weeks ago that the water tower aviation beacon is out. It's not insignificant that we get that fixed. That's in my mind an emergency. I think we indicated at the last meeting, there was a helicopter that hit a tower within an operative beacon in Texas, and everybody died. So ours is a small tower, it's not on aviation maps, but it still should have a beacon there for anybody flying around here at night, so you see the darn thing. So we have contacted an electrician. There's not many companies that have somebody that's gonna climb up a tower.
Oh, we had a company that was supposed to be Helen, they do the painting and.
They do
The
that,
upkeep.
but there's a few things that they opt out of, that's one of them, they don't do
Well,
that. In
nobody
fact,
wants
they
to find
said, because we asked about it, because we've got an electrical box there that, the writing in the electrical box as to what the three circuits are, it's illegible, you can't read it, so, one of them I can barely make out aviation, so I assume it's a tower light. Point being, that they say, we don't do that stuff, you gotta get an electrician, we can work with them, but we don't do the electrical stuff. And, anyway, we found somebody, it just happens to have done work for the village. Cost is approximately $2,600, we've gotten a quote, I've said, get it done, because if it sits for too much longer, I gotta call the FAA.
No,
Logic.
get it done.
Yeah, and it turns out the vast majority of the pricing is for the guy to climb the tower.
Well,
It's not
yeah.
for the light. He's gotta have the right safety equipment. and
Go
that
up
kind of
there, I
stuff.
think $2,600 is cheap.
Dave said he'd do it for half the price, but we don't have the equipment.
Actually, it comes under the water commissioner's job.
Yeah. Put that on the list, change the ball.
The fall doesn't hurt you, it's a sudden stop that gets you. But they're supposed to be here on Wednesday, so,
Good.
To change it.
to fix it, yeah. He had to order a couple new parts, so we've got those, apparently they're gonna be in. He'll do it before Thanksgiving, which is great, cause I know, Chet and his Robinson helicopter fly around here, in holidays. And just my mea culpa, we had a ZBA appeal meeting scheduled for the 21st. Had everything done to include the posting, and then I forgot to post it. So, we're now working on a new date of 19 September, so, it was a
December.
December.
You said September.
Yeah.
No, December.
It is, okay.
19 December, so that's the date we're shooting for. It's about 15 hours worth of work, I don't wanna let it go to pot, so I wanna get it done. So I've told David I'll stick around and get that, be the secretary. This is a unique one, cause Dennis, the ZBA chair, has gotta sit it out and act as the building inspector, so we gotta have the vice chair do it, and I probably really need to be there to help guide Mike through the process and to take the notes and all that kind of stuff. So, I think that's all we got.
Okay, the consent agenda. payment of the bills and, the council minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'm making a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion by Clark, supported by Belkey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, no old business, moving on to new business. So we're gonna get to these appointments. Okay, planning commission and the ZBA liaison. As you know, Ross has been our ZBA liaison, and I am gonna reappoint him as liaison because his term is up, but it'll end up being a temporary appointment till they get through this one last issue they have, and then he'll resign from it, and then we'll be reappointing somebody else, and I have a volunteer, so I'm pretty happy. But again, I appreciate Ross staying with us, and I appreciate the time he's been on the ZBA. So, can we just do this one, that one now?
You just do both of them.
Okay.
You got the planning commission.
And we're gonna also, reappoint Mike Shaw to the,
It says 2024, obviously that's 2025.
yeah,
25 or 26?
term ending,
What do we do?
Is it
Well, you can
2 year?
do a 2-year, or you can do a 3-year, but hang on, let me check the calendar quick. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it can be November 25th, 2026. Did you wanna do 2 years?
yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, Mike.
And I guess you could do the same thing with Ross, and then when he resigns, that next person will take it till then.
Yeah,
Does that sound okay?
yeah.
Okay,
I'll make a
so,
motion to appoint Mike Shaw as member ex officio to the Village of Armada Planning Commission for a term ending November 25th, 2026.
Support.
support by Clark, motion by Starrett. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's approved.
I'll make a motion to appoint, do you mind if I go?
No.
Go.
I'll make a motion to appoint Ross Balky as member ex officio to the Village of Armada Zoning Board of Appeals for a term ending November 25th, 2026.
Support.
Okay. Starrett and Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
I just about said thank you, Lyle.
Well, let's see, it was Chris tonight.
I'm gonna be out about it tonight.
Okay, now, item B. Change the regular council meeting from December 9th, to what we have December 10th here.
Yep.
What's the council's pleasure here?
I'll make a motion to change the regular council meeting date of December 9th, 2024 to December 10th, 2024, and to direct the clerk to post.
Support.
Motion by Starrett, support by Clark. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay,
post that.
Oh, I will, Ross.
it's Tuesday,
Tuesday, December
10th. That will also be the council Christmas party.
Yeah, but that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I invited to that?
Yes.
Yeah, right after the meeting.
Mr. Mike, yeah.
Okay, okay. Item C, to consider the appointment of a village administrative officers and other village officials.
This is done every time the president runs, so every 2 years the president sets these. These are all, things that we always do.
So this is, goes with the attorney, the
They
building
need to run.
inspector. Well, somebody wanna do the attorney first?
Michelle, what date are we using though? Because we use November 25th on the other.
It's fine, those are just counts, it's fine. You can use the 26th if you want.
you want me to do it?
24.
Yep, you're doing a fine job.
2026.
Resolved to confirm the president's appointment of the following administrative officers for a 2-year period expiring on November 24th, 2026. The Village Attorney, Jeffrey A. Bohorsky, PLLC. Chief of Police, Richard Merrill.
Meyerly.
My apologies. Richard Meyerly. Superintendent of Public Works, David Wagner.
Support.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. The next one is the, building inspector, and just to give you a little background, we did have 2 people who seemed extremely well qualified for this job. Dennis Lemieux, who's our current building inspector, Steve and I interviewed both candidates, and it was all our decisions that Ray Tuttle may be a little better fit for the village. And we talked to Ray today, and he's willing to accept the position. So that's just to give you a little background on this motion.
I'll make a motion to confirm the president's annual appointment of the following officials for a 2-year period expiring on November 24th, 2026. Building Inspector, Ray Tuttle. Electrical Inspector, Tim Dillon. Mechanical Plumbing Inspector, George Carl Ryan. Freedom of Information Coordinator, Michelle Polis.
Support.
Unless somebody else wants to do it for
Thank you.
Not a chance.
We got most of it. Okay, all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Motion's approved. Oh, to designate the paper of record for the publication of official notices.
I'll make a motion to confirm the president's designation of the record as the official newspaper for publication of official notices for a period of 2 years expiring on November 24th, 2026.
Support.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Does that cover us there? Let's see. Now, the designation of the street administrator.
We did just do this, but since we went through election and Amy won, we're gonna do it again.
Of course, we would be, our street administrator would be Amy. So, we need a motion right here, right?
Me?
Yeah.
And all of them?
Yeah.
All right.
You're going wild, you're playing wild.
Oh, used to be.
Resolved to adopt a resolution designating Amy Barzik, right?
Yep, very good.
As a single street administrator for the village of Armada in all transactions with the state transportation department as provided in section,
Section 13.
thank you. Section 13 of Public Act 51 of 1951, MCL 247.663.
Support.
Okay, motion by Starrett, support by Belkey. All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Motion's approved.
Amy, I do have something for you to sign tonight before you, yeah, if you could just sign that and then I'll use that one.
Yeah, you've got an official position with the state. Okay, now, the biennial presidential commission appointments. I know you're really excited to hear about this. You want me to say what my recommendation is in all cases, and then?
It's up to you, I mean, if you want to.
Well, anyhow,
I can fill it
for
out.
park commissioner, I would want Mike Shaw. For police commissioner, Joe Adair. For sewer commissioner, Mike Starrett. For water commissioner, Ross Belkey. And,
We can fight on that.
for, President Pro Tem, who is really like a right-hand man, Steve Clark. So if somebody could make those motions now.
I'm just going down in order, they all have to be separate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Lyle did this?
I'll do it.
You can go ahead, I'll get into it. This is mine, please.
Alright, I'll make a motion that be resolved to appoint Mike Shaw as park commissioner for the village of Armada to a term ending November 24th, 2026.
Support.
Support by Belkey. All in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Just so you know, I'm using your, like, Michael and Stephen for these, but it's fine.
Okay, second one,
I'll make a resolution to appoint Joe Adair as police commissioner for the village of Armada to a term ending November 21st, 2026.
24.
24,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Support.
all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Okay, sewer commissioner.
I'll make a motion that it be resolved to appoint Mike Starrett as sewer commissioner for the village of Armada to a term ending November 24th, 2026.
Support.
Who got that, Belkey?
Yep.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Making my minutes super easy.
Motion's approved.
I'll make a motion that it be resolved to appoint Ross Balke as water commissioner for the village of Armada to a term ending November 24th, 2026.
Support.
Everybody.
Everybody.
I just read that too.
All in
They'll
favor?
be giving that second too.
Thanks,
Oh.
everybody.
Clark. All in favor of the motion?
Nobody wants such.
And this is the one commission you cannot resign from.
Oh, Ross?
Yeah.
Telling me that right.
Even if you're on life support, we're sending this stuff to you.
I would wanna see this, one done, so.
And,
Final,
for our pro tem,
final motion that it be resolved to appoint Steve Clark as president pro tem for the village of Armada to a term ending November 24th, 2026.
Support.
I'm gonna give that to Adair, so I already started reading.
all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Okay, that's important. Okay, now, this new vehicle. Go ahead, Joe, I guess. We've discussed it, you can make your motion if you so wish.
That I would resolve to allow the police chief to purchase a new patrol vehicle using salvage title funds for a not to exceed amount of $46,261.
Support.
Now, this we have to have a roll call. You tell the chief this covers next year too.
It covers all expending for each.
Adair?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Konen?
Yes.
Belkey?
Yes.
Barzick?
Yeah.
Stirrit?
Yes.
Okay, motion's approved. Okay. I don't have my back page. It should go
Upcoming
in now.
agenda items.
Okay, yes, so, anybody got any upcoming agenda items?
Budget amendment?
There will be budget amendments.
I knew
Okay.
that.
Okay, do we have any citizen comments?
I'd like to make one.
Would you please rise,
Yes.
identify yourself, ma'am?
Yes. My name is Marsha Hollins. Do I have to say my address or no?
No, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Marsha Hollins. I just want to let you know that Blake's is giving away free bags of apples. I went today and I got a free bag. They have a little thank you in it, and it says, "Thank you, dear family and friends. The holiday season. This holiday season, we're feeling extra thankful for you, your wonderful customers who make each and every season brighter. As a token of our gratitude, we're sharing a bag of apples for you and your family to enjoy. during this special time of year. It's gonna be Tuesday tomorrow, also the 26th, and Wednesday the 27th. So I went and got my bag, they were sweet, they were great.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Marcia.
Marcia.
Thanks, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yep. You get 6 apples.
Yeah.
Which, facility, which?
Armada Center, the big one. That causes all the traffic jam, no, okay, so.
Do we have any council comments here? Okay, moving on, John.
Did you have a form and format for this, any specifics, or just get you the information? This is your,
Yeah, no, just write it down, it's informal right now, it won't be formal till, but we're gonna have to meet on everything anyways, cause it's the whole policies and procedures. It's a lot,
Okay.
so.
okay.
Okay, do we have any community events coming up?
We have parade, the holiday parade.
Holidays parade is what, December
December
7th?
7th,
And I do believe the Methodist Church is doing a Christmas concert
Ooh.
again.
I think congregational is as well. They both do one, I think so.
But we don't know the dates on those.
No, Kathy Kramer called and hasn't called me back. So,
Check with the local churches, cause I think there's a couple that do that.
Yeah.
I think congregational does,
I think they do.
yeah.
Well, then, we have no closed session, and before, I get a motion, the council would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, so look at the camera here. Happy Thanksgiving.
Be safe.
So, I guess I would entertain a motion.
A motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:42.
Support.
All in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.